Hello class, my name is Matthew Ross and this is my presentation on the 7 wonders of the world. As I was scaling the steep steps in the summer heat, I couldn't help to think to myself, why? As I turned around to ask my mom that question, I was taken aback by the beauty of the Chinese valleys that surrounded me. Now that is a quick story about one of my encounters at one of the 7 wonders of the world, and hopefully you'll have one of those to share as well. Our first location, none other than the Great Wall of China. Again, I was lucky enough to be able to go to the Great Wall. It was built in the 7th century. It was nearly 9,000 kilometers long, and with all of its other walls that kind of branch off in other locations, it's upwards of 21,000 kilometers long. And it was primarily built to protect the borders from foreign invaders. Again, it's amazing. If you can try to get over there to see it. Next location is Chichen Itza in Mexico. I was also fortunate enough to be able to visit this location. It was made in around the 9th century, and what's interesting about it is its astronomical connections. Excuse me. It lines up with the equinoxes and it projects shadows and makes like serpents down the stairs. It's very interesting how it's connected to modern day astrology. And the steps, there are 365 steps on the main pyramid, which is how many days are in the calendar year. And at the top, there's a platform that's dedicated to the planet Venus. So moving on, we're now in India at the Taj Mahal. It is now a mausoleum. It was completed in 1658, built for the Emperor of India at the time's wife, and when she died during the construction, so it now is her mausoleum. And the Emperor wanted to make an exact replica of it across the river, but made out of black marble. However, one of his brothers killed him, so that never ended up being built. Next, another one that I have had the pleasure to go to is the Colosseum in Rome, Italy. It was built in the 1st century. It was used as a combat and race arena where you could see gladiators fight animals and chariot races. But what I didn't know about it is approximately 500,000 people and almost 1 million animals died there, which is a lot of bloodshed for just such a small area. Now, most of it is in ruin. As you see, in the picture, you can kind of see the slant. That's the wall. The walls have kind of crumbled a little bit since then. Next is kind of a mystery, Machu Picchu in Peru. It was discovered only in 1911. It was inhabited in the 1600s, and it's built in the mountains, almost 8,000 feet in the air. It's all these, as you see in the picture, the houses, there's little steps and everything. And how were they able to build that so high in the mountains? It's unknown at the time. So next is Christ the Redeemer, the statue overlooking Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Construction began super recently in 1926, so not even 100 years old. It stands almost 100 feet tall, and it was built because the leaders in Brazil at the time were afraid of how godless Brazil was at the time. So it was meant as kind of a tribute to God to not smite them or anything like that. Next, we are at the ancient city of Petra in Jordan. Like I said, it's an ancient city. It's located in mountains in Jordan. And supposedly, it's a location where Moses struck a rock and water gushed forth. So they built a city there. It was primarily used for trade at that time. And its population was actually at 30,000 people at its peak. It was abandoned in the 300s and then later in the 500s because of earthquakes, but it was rediscovered in 1912. In conclusion, travel the world. There are so many places to see, so many things to do, so many cultures to learn about. I'm very lucky to have been able to travel the world with my family and to learn about all the cultures and see all these different locations. And just do it while you can. You know, when you get older, it's a little bit harder. But thank you guys for watching my presentation.